Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Check It Out, the library talk show that lets you know what's happening in and around the Bethel Park Public Library. We're your hosts, Elaine Volpe
and Christine McIntosh, and happy October to everybody, my favorite month of the whole year.
Mine too.
I love.
We have our September shirts on though,
We
right?
do.
So September, we're finishing out here, Love Your Library month.
So thanks to everyone who donated to the library or came to our Yinzer fundraiser, which was a blast.
I heard it was a lot of fun, and I'm so sorry I missed it.
You had important stuff. It was Robert's senior
Next
rec
year, I
night,
hope to be there.
So thank you again to everyone who donated. The Buncher Foundation has a matching pot of funds for all the libraries in Allegheny County. It's $150,000 this year. So while it's not a dollar-for-dollar match, we do get a match for each donation that we receive, so we thank you very much. Some interesting programs that we have going on for adults in October. It's a hockey night in Pittsburgh, 1893 to today, on Thursday, October 10th at 7 p.m. This is sponsored by the Heinz History Center, and it will trace Pittsburgh's hockey history from its beginnings in Oakland, which I didn't know that's where they originally played.
Me neither. You said about 1893? Is that
1893,
when
whenever
hockey was invented or whatever, when the first game was played?
Became, I guess, when probably wasn't called the NHL then, but when the NHL predecessor was formed. So it'll trace hockey from the beginning in Pittsburgh hockey from the beginning to today, where we're at the Pittsburgh Paints Arena, and I can't wait because hockey's starting.
You love hockey.
I do love.
How many games do you get to a year?
You know what? Not as many as I would like. A handful. But you know what? I did not make it to one baseball game this year, and I always go to several Pirate games.
I know. Well, we didn't miss much this year, Christine.
And our
boyfriend's be realistic.
Gone.
I know.
Mr. Cervelli was left our team.
Yeah. Now we don't have to fight over him anymore.
No, that's okay. But when I go to, where is he? Atlanta.
I think he went to Atlanta,
I'll have to go visit him there. We have estate planning basics. Do I need a will or power of attorney? The answer is yes. On Tuesday, October 15th at 10 a.m., this is presented by Tracy Zimmer, who is an attorney, a local attorney. Do you know who will make decisions for you if you become incapacitated, and what happens to your assets in the event that you pass away? So this seminar will include information about wills, power of attorney, and what happens if you do not have these documents. We'll also include an overview of the probate process and a brief discussion on protecting your assets if you should have to go into a nursing home. I'm getting medical power of attorney for my mother.
Are you?
Yeah, she doesn't. Well, my brother will never see it. She doesn't want him to have anything to do with her medical decisions.
Okay.
She said he'd bury her in the backyard if we were able, which is not true. It's not that bad. But one of my favorite things is supernatural stuff. We have a program, Witches of Pennsylvania, Occult History and Lore, on Wednesday, October 16th at 7 p.m. This is presented by author Thomas White. So you'll come and discover the strange but true history of witchcraft in Pennsylvania. Since William Penn presided over the state's only official witch trial in 1684,
oh my gosh,
witchcraft and folk magic have been part of the history of the Keystone State. We had English and German settlers who came, and they brought their beliefs in magic and superstition from the old world. So like in 1802, an Allegheny County judge helped an accused witch escape an angry mob. Susan Mummy was another one who was not so fortunate. In 1934, she was shot and killed in her home by a young Schuylkill County man who was convinced that she had cursed him.
Oh my goodness.
And in other regions of the state, views on folk magic were more complex. We had hex doctors, apparently, and they were feared in the Pennsylvania German tradition. Powwowers were and are revered for their abilities to heal, lift curses, and find lost objects. So this author, who's also a folklorist, Thomas White, he'll trace the history and the lore of witchcraft and the occult as they quietly live on in Pennsylvania even today. Now, when I was growing up, everyone had one of those round, like hex symbols on their. Well, I lived in a mobile home park when I was 7, 8, and 9.
Okay.
And they were like all the thing. I think it's a Pennsylvania Dutch thing. I'm not sure. I'll have to find a picture of one, but everybody had one. I don't know
Do you consider yourself a superstitious person?
No, but I have family superstitions that I still uphold just because my grandma, like Bill bought 3 pair of shoes over the weekend.
Okay.
And he came home and put the boxes on the table, and I flipped out because my grandma says you never put shoes on the table. It's bad luck.
Oh, I didn't hear that one. It's
I
funny.
think
Like,
it's Irish,
just because we
but-
grew up with it, I think I do too. Like, I really don't, I guess, believe that I'll have bad luck if I go under a ladder. But I
No.
remember my mom always saying that. Or if a black cat crosses
Oh,
your
well,
path,
then I'd be in
bad
big
luck.
trouble.
Yeah.
Because we've had black cats my whole life.
What's the other one? Oh, I won't open an umbrella inside because my mom always said that was bad luck to open an umbrella inside the house.
Correct. We had that one. And the first person to enter your home on New Year's Day should be a man.
Oh, see, I never heard of that one
I
either.
don't know what would happen if it weren't, because obviously I've lived alone for 15 years, and I was the first one to walk through my door. But yeah, there's some
It's interesting.
odd superstitions.
Be a good program.
It'll be great. I'm bringing my mom.
Good idea.
And then as part of our retro adult craft nights, we are going to be doing string art. So here's my sample. Of course, it's a black cat.
Of course, speaking of superstition.
Thursday, October 17th at 7 p.m. Come join us. We're going to do some string art. It requires very few materials. There's just these little tacks, a board, and some string. We will provide all of the materials for you. It's just a very simple technique. You just,
Now,
and it
did
can
you
be-
have to place the pins? Like
I
you
did.
Did you have a stencil?
I will
or-
provide you with a stencil.
Okay. So I'm
a
impressed because
paper.
I don't think I could have done it without a stencil.
A paper stencil. I just taped on here, and then I started doing. You want to get it at the angle points, and then I just started down here. I mean, you can make it haphazard. You could make it very
I
intricate.
was saying, once you start stringing, is there a rhyme or reason, or you kind of
I
just
just
go
kind
wherever
of
you?
I just kind of went like up and opposite, up and
So
opposite.
no distinct pattern. It's
No.
any way you want to go.
And some people just it's very random,
Okay.
but it's a lot of
I
fun.
bet you're relaxing too.
So we ask that you do register because I only have so many materials. And if you have a small hammer, please bring it. Otherwise, I have to go to Evie's and borrow some from Andy for the evening. But Thursday, October 17th at 7. We have a celebration of animation, the 100 greatest cartoon characters of all time on
Oh, fun.
Saturday, October 9th at 1 p.m. This is presented by author Martin Gitlin. So he's an award-winning author and pop culture historian. So it's a family presentation. I mean, you can bring your
You know what? I remember Rod mentioning it. Yeah, so that
you
we
can
could
bring
kind
your
of.
kids. He has a new book, A Celebration of Animation, the 100 Greatest Cartoon Characters in Television History. So he ranks, okay, let's see, who's your favorite? Bugs Bunny, Mickey Mouse, Scooby-Doo, Snoopy, or SpongeBob SquarePants?
It's funny. I hated SpongeBob when Margaret would watch it when he was little,
I still
and
watch
now
it.
I will sit and watch SpongeBob.
I love
Out of those that
SpongeBob.
you named, I'm going to say SpongeBob.
Mine would have to be Bugs Bunny because I think he was so sarcastic
Yeah.
and like those cartoons weren't
Well,
really made for children. But as
no.
kids, you just didn't get the references that were
Right.
made.
You can say the same about Scooby-Doo. There's some like references in
yeah.
those, and
Yeah.
I think all cartoons
But I do
actually.
love SpongeBob makes me happy.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like
I
SpongeBob.
like SpongeBob. And Squidward.
Squidward cracks me
And
up.
what's the shark?
Patrick.
Patrick, of course. Love Patrick.
So come on in and have this discussion, and he'll be playing some trivia, some cartoon-related games,
Fun.
and discuss what criteria he used to rank them as best. Because
I
guess
was curious about that, like,
Yeah.
and who would make that top 100. I mean, of course,
Best-
Snoopy and Bugs Bunny, but I
best
wonder who
to
else.
me is just who's my favorite. I guess, but
Yeah.
I don't really have.
I'm sure he
although
had
I
to follow
said-
some criteria.
Yes, so he'll discuss that. And he will also have books available for sale. A portion of the proceeds benefit the library. He will autograph them for you.
Awesome.
So while we're talking about TV, check out what's coming on DVD in October to your library.
You stumbled upon an opportunity. I can make you rich. Rich enough to impress a princess.
What would I have to do?
There's a cave of wonders. Bring me the lamp.
O great one who summons me, I stand by my oath, loyalty to wishes 3.
I'm kidding. Watch this.
Watch out! You done wound me up. You ain't never had a friend like me.
You look like a prince on the outside, but I didn't change anything on the inside.
I thought a princess could go anywhere.
Not this princess.
Do you trust me?
Don't you dare close your eyes. Hold your breath, it gets better. I'm like a shooting star. I've come so far. Let me share this whole new world with you.
Look. You're special, Jean. And if you stop fighting that force inside you, if you embrace it, you will possess the very power of a god.
She'll kill us all.
Tell me how we fix this, Charles. Tell me what to do. I don't know what to do.
And what they don't understand, what they fear, and what they fear, we seek to destroy.
This is your fault, Charles.
I tried to protect her.
I'm scared. When I lose control, bad things happen to people I love.
The girl dies. She's still Jean. We can still help her.
Sometimes you want to believe people are something that they are not. By the time you realize who they are, it's too late.
Hi, I'm looking for Chef. Mm-hmm.
Who's asking?
John Chef Jr., your son.
My son? Junior?
Yeah.
You know they say that Cat Shaft is a bad mother.
Shut your mouth.
Ignore him. He thinks he's a black James Bond.
That dude was real. He think he was me.
Private dick, that's a sex machine drawing chicks.
You damn right.
Saj, you okay?
Yeah.
Boy, back in the day, we didn't need guns. All we needed was our bare knuckle.
Damn, Grandpa.
Oh, you can't be too prepared. Let me get mine.
Damn, you back here having a knife fight?
Oh, hell no, I shot him.
You damn right.
What's up?
So, what do you want to see? Toy Story 4 or Lion King?
Why are you giving me a choice? I want to see both. It's so funny because I wanted to see them both with Robert because those were childhood favorites.
Yes.
But he went with his girlfriend to see both. So I'm hoping now that they're out on DVD, maybe he'll at least watch them with me at home. If not, I will sit there and watch it myself because both of these I really
The
really wanna
Lion
see.
King looks amazing.
I'm sure it is.
It's going to make me cry hard. Like I cry at the animated one. I can't imagine when they're, when they look so real. The animals look so real. But and Annabelle, I will not.
Yeah, no thanks.
No haunted
Not
dolls
for
for
me.
me. But, yeah. So make sure you come in and check one out. Remember, we have all the classics. It's October. We have a lot of horror movies. Rob loves horror movies.
He does. That's his thing.
Yeah, which is funny.
So if you need a recommendation, go to Rob
to
because again,
Rob.
I don't watch that kind of
I'll
stuff.
watch some.
Every
You know what I
once
just
in a while.
watched the other day was the Blair Witch 2. I didn't even know it was out.
Oh, really?
I was at home sitting on the couch flipping. I'm like, what?
Yeah,
I
still
had to watch
sometimes
it.
get scared at night, so I definitely can't watch them like right before bed.
Me either. The Walking Dead, I can't watch The Walking Dead at all. I tried to watch 2 episodes during the day, and then I can't watch this. Zombies scare me very much. So.
Yeah.
But on to
I'm with
lighter and more exciting things.
Yes, on over to the children's department. So what do we have going on in October? All of our story times are in full swing. As far as family programs, we do have our Halloween Hullabaloo, and we've had many phone calls about this program because it filled up so quickly. And the reason we did that is because we have Pittsburgh Puppet Works coming on and performing a puppet show, and we only have so much space in council chambers. So that part is full, but what I've been telling folks is you're welcome to come at 4 o'clock and do the rest of the festivities with us. So we'll have stations set up throughout the library. If it's nice, we plan on being outside as well. So you can certainly come at 4. You don't even need to call. You can just come that day. But the puppet show portion at 3 o'clock is full, unfortunately. Holiday things always fill up so quickly.
Very
and there's only
quickly.
so much, we can do about that. But yeah, for future reference, if it's a holiday program, you want to get, registered ASAP. There's still room in our French class, which is going to be Monday mornings in October.
I think I should come. I should come to that.
Well, Miss Nancy is fluent. She will teach you.
I
This
know.
is French for the wee. So it's for preschool ages, ages 3 to 5. But older and younger, welcome. And that's it. A lot of the other classes have filled up. But like I said, all of our story times are in full swing, and you don't need to register for any of those. And those are offered at 9:30 and 10:30 throughout the week. And then what else did I want to mention? For our school age crew, there is still room in Bow Wow Book Club. So if you enjoy reading or you want to practice your reading on a therapy dog, this is a great opportunity for you. I forget their names. Lucy is one.
They're wonderful.
They're Labradoodles. They are really just calm and pleasant and happy, and it's fun to read to them. So you can sign up for a 15 minutes time slot. Now for this, we do ask that you call into the library to get registered, but I know that there's space open in that. We're having a pasta party on Tuesday,
I saw
October
that.
22nd. I think I mentioned this before. Every once in a while, if I'm stuck on a program idea, you can look up like wacky holidays. That's what I Google. Wacky holidays 2019. And different things will pop up. For instance, that's where we got the idea for mini golf this past month. September 21st was National Mini Golf Day. So anyway, National Pasta Day is in October. We're going to celebrate it on Tuesday, October 22nd. We're of course going to sample some pasta, but we're going to have a lot of different craft and activity and STEM related activities at each of these stations. So I'm looking forward to that. If you need any help in math, if you're struggling, this is time of year. September's passed. It kind of like by October you have a feel of whether or not
You're doing okay.
you
in
got
math
it, or you're
not,
kind of
right?
struggling. So we are fortunate to have Mr. Lee, who's a retired engineer, offer his services for free here Tuesdays and Thursdays. He will be here from 6 to 8 p.m. Just like the therapy dogs, though, you have to call in to get a time slot with him. It's just easier than doing it online. But he will fill half-hour time slots on both Tuesdays and Thursdays. So if you need math help, please take advantage of this. It's such a wonderful opportunity, and we are so grateful to him for offering it for us. Teens, there was a couple different things I wanted to mention. Not Your Mother's Book Club. We have a great group of girls, and we have so much fun, but we really are hoping to grow this group even more. We're going to IMS on Friday, so I'll be speaking to the lunch groups there and hopefully recruiting some more teens. But this is for kids in grades 7 and up, and not even every month. It's more like every season is how it works out. We choose a new book, and we meet, and we not just talk about it. We want this book club to be more than just discussion. We do something related to the book, and we've done some really cool things so far. This month, on October 6th, we're going to be reading or discussing Eventown. It's by Corey Ann Haydu. It was a really interesting book. I feel like you would definitely enjoy it.
Yeah.
And I don't want to give too much away.
Yeah, don't give too much away.
But it's different. It's kind of like dystopian.
Of course.
a
What
way-
teen novel is not dystopian?
No, that's not true. This is our first one that we've done for book club. In a way, it kind of has that dystopian feel, and then it's also like realistic fiction. But it's kind of the premise is there such thing as a perfect world, a utopia? What would your utopia be?
Cat
Right?
Island.
A world of there you
There's
go.
a cat island. That would be my utopia.
There you go. But after a while, would that get old? Is there a such thing as something being too perfect? Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
and so that's kind of the premise of the book. But anyway, we have a lot of fun activities centered around that. So if you're interested, pick up a copy, read it, and join us on October 6th. Even if you don't have the book finished by then, still come on out and have a good time with us. So that's Not Your Mother's Book Club. We'll be meeting again in December for our next book. Real World Math, talking about math again. On Tuesday, October 8th, we have Omega Learning Center presenting a math program because, you know, I have to admit, even when I was in high school, I used to be like, what am I going to use this for? Right?
Yes.
Geometry. I struggled. I barely passed that class. When am I going to use it? But in certain cases, now in some cases you may never, right? Depending on the field that you go into, you may never use it. But there's certainly real life applications.
If you do any home repair, you need.
And you'll know this.
You
yeah.
need geometry. Trust me.
That's true. But just your regular, like everyday basic math, of course you're going to need those for like daily living, really. I mean, it comes in handy all the time. So they're going to kind of tell you when and how to use math in real world situations. So again, grade 7 and up, if you're interested, Tuesday, October 8th at 7 p.m. And then Scary Movie Night. Talking about scary movies, right? Not our thing, but Ms. Dawn will be hosting a Scary Movie Night on Wednesday, October 30th at 7 p.m. And actually, this one isn't too scary. She's going to show Beetlejuice.
Yeah, I was going to say, it will not be Annabelle.
No, no, we wouldn't do
No
that.
R-rated movie.
So we're going back in time a little bit and pulling out a class.
Beetlejuice is cool.
Yeah, I like Beetlejuice. And we'll, of course, have snacks provided. So it's like all the amenities of a theater without the cost, right? Come watch a movie and enjoy it at the library.
Even better.
Yeah.
Even better.
So that's what's going on in our world.
Well, just a few announcements. Just a reminder that the library will close at 5 p.m. on Thursday, October 31st, so that our staff and patrons can enjoy trick-or-treating. It's traditionally a very slow night.
You'll have trick-or-treating at your new house.
I will have trick-or-treating.
That's kind of
at my
exciting.
new
I wonder how
house.
many kids you'll get.
I doubt that there will be very many
You're
because
kind of
I'm on a busy
remote.
road.
Oh, you're in a
Yeah.
busy. I don't really know where you guys are.
Yeah, we're in Peters, but it's you know, I don't foresee. I would not let
Why
my
did I think you were
children-
kind of like out in the country?
It is country, but
But it's just on a busy road.
yeah,
okay.
we're on a. It's a 2-lane road. It's not like it's a highway, but
Right.
I wouldn't allow my child to walk. There's no sidewalk. So
Well, you better be prepared just in case.
I will be.
What
don't
you like to
worry.
give out?
Snickers.
My favorite
Snickers.
candy bar is Kit Kat.
Yeah, no, I'd like.
But we can't have it
Snickers.
because we're on our diets. We got to wait
I
anyway. I
know.
might stick a couple in the freezer. Kit Kats taste good frozen. Then I can pull it out after, what is it, December 5th? When our
December
weight loss
6th.
challenge is over,
We're-
December 6th.
We're doing a staff weight loss challenge, and those that wanted to participate had a buy-in of $25. So we have a pot of money, and the staff member who loses the largest percentage of weight over a 12-week period started the Friday of Labor Day week
Yeah.
through December 6th, which is our staff Christmas party.
Good day to end it.
That's the day to end it that morning. Then they get that jackpot. So it's a good motivator.
It is a good motivator.
And Lane and I are neck and neck right now at 2%. 2% weight
Ooh.
loss to both of us. So
I
we'll
didn't
see.
know that. Good for you.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Thank you. And congrats to you.
Thank you.
I can't reveal the other staff. They wouldn't be happy. But
No,
since we're
I
tied
won't.
neck and neck and we're
It
right
doesn't
here,
matter.
I'll say it.
Yeah.
So
All right, so lots of good stuff, huh? And if you want any more information on any of the things that we talked about on today's show, you know what to do. Go ahead and give us a call,
visit our website.
or better yet, stop in and see us in person. Until next month, everybody, take care. Good evening, boys and girls. Welcome to 5-Minute Bedtime Stories with Missy Lane. Tonight we're going to read one called Sleepyheads by Sandra J. Hawat. Illustrated by Joyce Wan. See the moon? It's sleepy time. Let's look for little beds and find where all the little ones lay their sleepy heads. Look, I see a sleepyhead cuddled in a nest. I see another sleepyhead Who thinks a hole is best? So the baby bird is sleeping in a nest, and this tiny little squirrel is in his hole in the tree. Look, I see a sleepyhead nestled in a cave. That's where bears sleep, right? Inside a cave. I see another sleepyhead rocking on a wave. Otters sleep in the water, and they sleep on their backs like that. Look, I see a sleepyhead snuggled in the reeds. These tall things coming up out of the water, those are called reeds. And so the duck is falling asleep right in between those reeds. I like how the little fireflies are lighting up the night too, along with the stars and the moon. I see another sleepyhead resting in the weeds. Bunnies sleep in the grass, right? Look, I see a sleepyhead burrowed in the hay. This one's not a sleepyhead. This one slept all day. So owls sleep during the day, and then they're wide awake at night, aren't they? See the house? Let's peek inside. Let's look for little beds and find where all the little ones lay their sleepy heads. So if the animals sleep outside, in the water and in the grass and in the caves, who sleeps in the house on little beds? Look, I see a sleepyhead beside the fireplace. I see another sleepyhead curled tight in its dark space. Look, I see a teddy bear, a pillow, and a bed. I see a blanket, soft and warm, but where's the sleepyhead? So who sleeps in this bed? Who belongs in there? We found all the little ones in trees, in holes, in caves. We found all the sleepyheads in weeds, in reeds, on waves. We found all but one small one in houses and in barns. Where is that little sleepyhead? Oh, asleep in Mama's arms. She fell asleep resting on Mama. Now Mama will probably have to carry her to bed. So peaceful. Nighty-night. And we're going to say goodnight to you, boys and girls, too, but not before we sing our 2 lullabies. I hope you'll sing with me, Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star, and then God Bless the Moon. Okay? Let's do it. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Very good singing. Now God bless the moon. I see the moon and the moon sees me. God bless the moon and God bless me. And God bless you, boys and girls. I'm so glad you joined me. I hope you have a wonderful night, and I'll see you again real soon on 5-Minute Bedtime Stories with Missy Lane. Sweet dreams.